Welcome back to the adventures of the Martin dynasty on the Iron Throne. Today, we have quite a difficult precedent to set up to, given yesterday. What did I just say? Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. The point is, yesterday we managed to conquer, essentially, two other kingdoms. The Reach went into rebellion. We replaced them with a Martin. And Dawn went into rebellion, at which point they were promptly replaced by a Martin, giving us control of essentially 5 of the kingdoms, if you include the Martin lands, which I sure as hell do, seeing as we built it up ourselves from nothing. We had to take back the Trident, the Vale, which is obviously one thing there, the Iron Islands, and the North. Now, people were asking what happened to the Martin kingdom from beyond the wall. Apparently got assimilated into the Iron Islands at one stage. What about the Ice Rivers? Yeah, they've all gone back to sort of wildling. They were for a while becoming civilized. Obviously, there was a Baratheon rule up there for years. There was a Martin kingdom up there for years. What happened to the kingdom beyond the wall then? So it was Dennis the Spineless of the other lands inherited it. But it must have been destroyed during that stage because he was only a duke. At which point it went down to Rin Hornblower, who conquered it as a claimant, and then it was promptly destroyed. So we're kind of 35 years too late on that one, I'm afraid. But we will, to be honest, I don't think we'll go beyond the wall. It's obviously not supposed to be incorporated into Westeros, and there's no real way to hold it as well as demonstrated here. You're not really supposed to have it, hence the Night's Watch mechanics. It will just splinter away and go back to wildlings, so it's not really much point unless we want to send up our retinue up there every 5 minutes to fight off rebellions. But remember, there's no cultural conversion in Game of Thrones mod either, so there's actually nothing you can do about that. So I was quickly looking through before we start here, seeing what trouble we could get up to rather than just a full-blown royal conquest. There are no claimants to the Kingdom of the Mountain and Vale, specifically none that are interested in us. There are also, I did have a look, one of the things that we can push against them, though, are claims on the Trident, so the Riverlands. But there are no Martin dynasty members who hold a claim on the Riverlands, which I was actually somewhat surprised by, given that House Arryn have it, House Baratheon have it, and Orm, Rudwall, Wensington. Everybody has a fucking claim, apparently, besides House Martin. So we got a choice of, do we do our old tried and tested tactic of marrying a Martin into the dynasty, then pushing the claim like we tried on Dawn and the Vale before they went into independence? Or do we quite simply push our royal claim and be done with it? And to be honest, I think we're just going to push our royal claim. Bear in mind, it's royal claim on the Empire level title, which will splinter this guy. It'll destroy the Empire level title, so this guy will just be fucking nobody. And then whoever's got the Kingdom of the Vale, if it exists. Actually, I suppose that will probably downgrade from an Empire into a Kingdom level title. And then the Trident will become our direct vassal, and it will split the whole thing. But if you look at the de jure map mode, it's going to be a complete mess. But to be fair, the Trident lost a lot of their lands to us anyway, so they're going to be still kind of equally as powerful. It's just the Trident have gained a lot of the Vale. Regardless, at that point, we'll work on rebellions and rebuilding things in a glorious Martin image. Should we just get to it? No fucking around. Should we just get straight to it today? Claim it on the Mountain and the Vale, again, Empire tier title, and when we win, it should splinter it. Surely they'll honor their obligations. They fucking better. Let's get right down to it without messing around. Oh, they're currently still voting on High Realm Authority. Sorry, I thought that had actually... that had actually gone through, but that's my bad. Okay, then. I've got to remember during war not to touch the counter stats, something I always fall into the habit of doing. Right, look at that. We've got Vale troops already in our lands. If we can catch them here... Yeah, there we are. So Westerlands is joining us, and the other two seem to have joined as vassals rather than allies for whatever reason. I think that means they're staying neutral? I'm not entirely sure why some of them have... They've just provided 72,000 men. And I love the troops from Dawn are dying in the province that they were raised from. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the deal with that is. Anyway, we're going to try and catch these troops. Now, we're going to take a lot of losses doing this. However, it's necessary to... Oh, we should take ourselves off of command there just in case we're caught. I'm doing this so that we can catch their troops with our other armies. So I'm willingly throwing away their 6,500 men there, unfortunately for them. Let's go ahead and put ourselves a leader on this one instead. Try and catch him, slow him down, however we want to do this. It shouldn't take us long to... We might even be able to reinforce that battle if we're fast enough. Look, they've got more troops coming down anyway, so let's get over to that if we can. Oh, they're going to cut us off there. Okay, that's lost. Never mind. Get him. Okay, we've got this one. Fantastic. Barbary is pregnant, but did that say she cheated on us? Barbary. King Melville's opinion of her. Unfaithful harlot, minus 75. Shit. Well, that's a shame. Right, so let's stop reinforcing this. Back off, back off. Let's move up to there. This one's dealt with. That was fortunate. Then we'll go ahead and crush their other army, which is right there. That's going to give us all the battle war score we could ever need, to be honest with you. That's already done an incredibly good job. Bear in mind, we want to make sure that the war's going in our favor, because as we've seen previously, if we start losing a war too significantly, our vassals will become turncloaks. As we saw in the war against Dawn, when the Reach splintered away, I want to make sure we're getting this early battle war score in as soon as possible, which is why I'm taking a lot of, perhaps unnecessary risks might be the right word for it. Well, I think I accidentally retreated that battle then. Bollocks. Because I had the army... Oh, we're fine. Nothing to worry about. Right, let's split these troops up a little bit, because this is kind of crazy. I'm not interested in sieging Harrenhal. Harrenhal takes more years than I have left on this planet, so I'm not interested in that one. We've got 18,000 men, 17,000, 12,000. We've got 85,000 at the Iron Throne. I might split that up a little bit, understandably. Let's split them into stacks of 20,000 then. Even that's still going to take attrition, but I don't have enough commanders to split the armies any lower than that. So we'll send some of you off that way. Let's just make sure they're not taking attrition. We'll send 20k back to King's Landing to act as a home defense force, because apparently the Iron Throne are raiding us. Oh, we're done? We're done. Why? One of my vassals fucking caught him? Impressed by Clement. How did he do that? Holy shit. How did he do that? It's a child, though. Unless he kidnapped him. The only way he could have done that is by sieging the capital, which, of course, he hasn't. Okay. Well, that will always remain a mystery to me. I have no idea how he managed that unless he coincidentally had a plot fire as we declared that war. Well, holy shit. I've never seen anything like that before. I thought that war was going to take ages because, you know, we'd have to siege the Eyrie, we'd have to siege Coldwater Burn, we might have to take Harrenhal because that's one of the most significant places. All of those are some of the most powerful fortresses in Westeros. Not Coldwater Burn specifically. God, I got really bad hiccups. Wow. And it's over just like that. Good lord. Well, now you know what we have to start on, unfortunately. Yeah, whatever. Fuck off. So when the Westerlands are done with their civil war, what are they civil warring over? War against the tyranny of Tristan the Pawn. Oh, come on. Call me in. Offer to join war. Yes, call me in. Let's get involved. Shit. At least we can do that, because he doesn't technically count as our vassal right now, because he can't intervene in internal vassal struggles. But because he broke away for the Mega War and had the Independence Gun, and then we can come in and back him up, which works out incredibly well. Excellent work, Sir Jamin. Oh, right, because we took Tyranny on as well, didn't we? What did we gain that Tyranny for in hindsight? Was that where I revoked... I think I revoked a landed title to dish out to one of our family members, didn't I? Either way, it was Tyranny well spent. We'll select Warden of the North. Who can we even give that to? Ah, I guess we'll give it to... That's incredible. So you remember last time, my options for giving out the Lord Paramount seat of the East, I think it was only Garth Rollingford. Well, now it's his freaking son, Garth Rollingford II. That's absolutely incredible. Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Garth Rollingford then. King Melville the Black and Queen Barbara Snowlane Paulini. How dare you stand where he stood? My brother. My brother. What can I do here? I can only exile him. If I execute him, I become a kinslayer. I will banish him to the Night's Watch. I can't do much else, unfortunately. Luckily, Le Guin has become diligent and a trained fighter. Oh, look at this. He's got Rowdy, he's got Playful. Haughty obviously sucks, but he's coming out okay. When this war's over, when the war to restabilize the Westerlands is over, we'll go ahead and force train him. I'll make sure I stop leading armies to roll. Oh, that's the capital. That works out pretty goddamn well, doesn't it? All right, swing around. So it's Warden of the East, Lord of the Vale. That makes a lot of sense. And you want to marry. I'm going to decline that because we have too many plots to launch against you, my friend. We can't afford a non-aggression pact. Critical. We'll leave that army there just to burn it down. Okay, let's see what damage we can do to their troops and see if we can cut them off with some troops from the north and the south. Pincer attack. Oh, they've got a lot of dudes there. I should really be leading some of these armies. Smudge these guys and... Oh, we can't see moving a lot. We're there. It's fine. Nothing to worry about, really. We'll be in. Another one bites the dust. Please reinforce. Reinforced. You got 9,000 men there. Get in here sooner, please, if you don't mind. Whenever you're ready. There we go. Boom. 33%. Why? That was a big old victory we just had there. What the fuck are you talking about? There you go. Brave for you. Okay. Got to be a bit more careful. We're actually taking some heavy losses because of all these bloody hills that we're fighting in right now. Take it a bit slower. 300 gold. Thank you. Right, I'm going to merge these units when we've dealt with this battle. And then... Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Temperance is a virtue. Yeah, gain 1 stewardship, gains temperate, and he's happy with his upbringing. That sounds fine to me. I love that... Sometimes, I know it's obviously a balance thing. I know it's to give your characters a bit of variation if you don't want to min-max all the time. But I don't know why you would ever... It seems weird that they wouldn't give you an incentive for taking gluttonous. You know? It's like you gain temperate, and you gain stewardship, and he's happy. Maybe they should have made it so you let him eat what he wants. He becomes gluttonous, sure, but he's happy with his upbringing. Or you punish him. He gains the chance to gain temperate, but gain the stewardship. That would have just made more sense to me, but what do I know? What do I know? I'm not a game developer. Okay, 48%. I think we managed to stabilize the Westerlands somewhat here. Oh, this is a bit of a state still. Going to quickly flip these troops over. And then we'll go and deal with this army next. We should still be safe even though we are going into... Okay, there we are. Right, while we're doing this then, let's talk about the Eyrie. Well, the question is, who have we got a bigger plot against? I don't believe we can actually plot against you yet, because you're still a tiny child, 14, right? So we've got 2 years before we can fabricate treason, but this guy is treasonable, which is a new word I'm going to test out. Let's get everyone on board. Of course, the other Lord Paramount's going to back it, because they're our dynasty members. And then we'll send out gifts, because we've got another 2,000 gold lying around. This should be a case of just doing some bureaucracy and politics at this stage. Just some careful planning, getting the spy master in the right place. Speaking of which, let's actually remember to do it. Don't set up, I've got to remember, no setting up the council while we're at war. Otherwise, as I've said before, when the realms come back together, we appoint the old councillors. The other new people get fired, and then we piss everyone off. Right, let's move you to the Eyrie then. Really, I'd like to try and tidy up the lands a bit more too, but there's unfortunately no real way of doing that. Short of revoking titles, we're not allowed to. If we wanted to, we'd have to fabricate a claim on the Eyrie, revoke it, and then grant it to the Lord of the Vale instead. We'll let them fight amongst themselves for that, and sort of leave them to it. About to set the capital here. There we are. Okay, now we should just be able to knock this one down. I've absolutely annihilated the Reacher's troops there. I'm well aware that I have, but I wanted to get this done as soon as possible and not leave it to chance. Because it'd be a real shame to take a massive setback, like losing the Westerlands, for example, just because of a coup we could have stopped. Oh, wait, I don't want to do that. The plot failed anyway. I was just about to restart it, but we want to incite revolt. I mean, it failed as in he found out that we were doing it. We were forced to cancel the plot. We weren't caught or anything like that. We want to incite revolt. We don't want to fabricate treason. So let's do it this way. Although, to be fair, the bonus to fabricating treason is that we can try and revoke the title potentially peacefully without war, and then he'll go into rebellion even if he refuses it. But if he goes into rebellion, there's a chance that it will help bait out our other traitorous vassals, potentially Prince Eustace here, who looks like a 40-year-old pirate. What happened? A sweet 15-year-old boy. Oh, good God. Hang on a minute. Why the hell is my son marrying a Baratheon? What? I wouldn't have married him off to her. What the fuck happened there? That's not cash money. I'm not happy about that. We're gonna deal with that in a second. I don't know why that happened, because obviously I didn't arrange that. Did we go into a regency? But even then, regencies can't arrange marriages. I've no fucking clue what happened. But I'll be dealing with that, trust me. We should deal with it first before the Vale. No, we'll deal with the Vale first. It's not that important. They might end up breeding disgusting Baratheon children. You know what? No, this is high priority. Kidnap her. Actually kidnap her so that we can just chuck her in the ocean and, you know, that way we can't be held responsible for her death. It's not my fault she couldn't swim or breathe with bricks strapped to her feet. Oh, no. It fired too early. No, not yet. 65%. Do it. My daughter-in-law has finished her education. Yeah, we'll see about that. See about that. Yeah, finish your education here. Shit. Yeah. You're welcome, son. I saved you from a lifetime of misery there. Okay. I'm looking for... She'll do. Oh, wait. Hang on. There's obviously no fertility bonus from Midas Touch characters, although we know there is definitely a genius character. Oh, man. It's a shame she's not got anything more impressive than being a hedge knight or a member of the hedge knights. She'll do. That's fine. There you go. She's genius. That's the important thing. We're almost done. 95%. Come on. There we are. Okay, we defended the Westerlands for another day. The Starks want my sister to marry Joran of the North. Absolutely not. I think they can see which way the winds are blowing as well. We'll go ahead and ransom those randomers out. Oh, look at that. That's what we're after right there. So now all we've got to do is get back to our usual plan of kicking out these guys. So let's start on the Eyrie first and foremost then. So, fabricate treason. That's all we can do right now, unfortunately, because he's already at war by the looks of it. Okay, fine. Fabricate the treason, then we'll revoke his title. Hey, you never know. Again, he might go for it peacefully, at which point we've really got nothing to worry about. Saves us a war. Either way, we're going to crush him, right? So it doesn't make much difference. But, who? Wait, who got his Valyrian steel? His son? Oh, an actual just straight Valyrian steel sword. Oh, it's House Nahen. This is the guy I had, right, that was the guy I had marked as special interest because I was going to steal his sword. Wow, after all that time, I still had him special interest. What are you talking about? How is this still happening? He's at the freaking wall. I guess they technically didn't break up. We already know that this is true. So, confront Damned? We could duel him. Very well likely with a greater man, or never denounce them both publicly. We could divorce her. She is 37. We could divorce her and go for a younger model. Let's do it. Get out of here. Be gone. Yeah, he's up for it. Fidelity and fertility of the spouse tend to be the main factors in determining the willingness of the High Septon to take so. Really? So if she was old, you could just divorce her anyway. That's insane. Yeah, 55. Get out of here. Be gone. Also, we'll go fight in a tournament to make up for it. Nice. And she went to the wall. She actually went to the wall for him. Holy shit, that's mad. Okay, well, let's go ahead and find ourselves that we've only had one wife, and that was Joanne Lorch, who died under suspicious circumstances. Genius is a 9-year-old girl. Oh, no, that's gone completely the wrong direction. I guess we'll go with strong now. Well, look, we're strong. If we find a wife that's strong, there's a possibility we could have a strong genius child. We're going to do that, and then I'm also going to go for family focus when it becomes available. So we've got a couple of years. Family focus will also benefit, as I didn't think about this, in another way, that all our freaking most powerful vassals are our family members. So we will get special events associated with them as well. That's incredible. Okay, so we'll go for family focus whenever that becomes available next year. And then, hopefully, that will increase our chance of getting those strong genius kids. But her being strong, obviously, just increases the chance of kids anyway. So how are we looking with our Lords Paramount? Everything seems to be in order. Obviously, we've got young Lady Paramount Rhaelor. I did have to step in and stop a rebellion against her as well. More specifically, somebody in the Stormlands was pressing his claim on the Stormlands, so I had to get her to stop that. What do you want? A marriage between... Nope, not happening, thank you. How are we doing? 134%. Let's just be patient. Oh, I've got to remember to force train my son. Oh no, is he too old? Forced to train. Has a greater fighting skill. Oh, we can't because he's as good a fighter as us. Oh god, he's coming out very strange. We've trained him in martial. He's ended up with 16 diplomacy. Wow, that's a shocker. Why? Base 10? How the fuck has he done that? Base 10 diplomacy? Wow. Gregarious, he's got honest, which are obviously giving him massive bonuses. He's got ruthless, which gives him lower general opinion, but maybe that's what we need for a ruler on the Iron Throne. Obviously, diligent is fantastic. Temperance pretty good. Rowdy could become dull, which would obviously be an issue, but could also become brave. Or, no, wait, brawny. Or what else do we want here? Honest? I believe honest is a diplomacy boost as well. Make him like a diplomat and also a warrior. That wouldn't be too bad. Oh, we won the tournament as well. Nice. We give him some credit. There you go. You deserve it. What the hell are you talking about? During the post-tournament celebrations, I caught the gaze of my queen of love and beauty. Could it be that she desires me? I shall pursue her. After much flirting and merriment, I managed to seduce Marissa Warmspoon, my queen of love and beauty. My tournament is complete. Also, your fucking wife. Oh, they fell in love. Oh, that's a shame about Dutiful Commander. They fell in love, which is great, because as I've talked about many, many times before, that does give a 1.5 times hidden fertility bonus, which is quite good. That's fantastic. Cool. So second move for the boat, the family focus. We're quids in with that one. Hopefully we'll get plenty of strong, genius, powerful, nice, lovely children. Decide to take further action. Okay. How are we looking with our plot then? I'm trying to keep a close eye on it just in case we... Actually, can we hit him with an adaptation? Boom. Is that going to help out at all, I wonder? Whenever you're ready, game. We got one more person, and to be fair, that one guy was worth like 37%. Who can we bribe? I want this to fire as soon as possible because we've got a lot of work to do. And again, we are somewhat against the clock here. We do have to deal with this guy and the Vale and the North before everyone else falls apart. So I want to get that done as soon as possible. Perhaps I can place a bet on myself. I think we've become friends. Oh, we also became friends with his wife. What a nice story. We can't place a bet on ourselves, apparently. That's a shame. That would have been fantastic. Oh, wait. Le Guin had a daughter who's tall? Giant. Oh, wow. Martial +2. Fine. I mean, we'll make her a warrior. I don't really care about that too much. I guess we'll educate her ourselves then. Apparently he's got some good genes. How did she get that? Just purely random. Oh, you know what? Actually, she may have a bloodline. No. So there are certain bloodlines that obviously affect characters' gaining certain other traits. Now, I believe that's added by the more bloodline Submod, which we don't have enabled right now because I was having some weird issues with it. But as I recall, that adds things like the ability for characters of like the Royce bloodline, for example, to be strong and honorable. It's got some really cool features. I don't think we've got it, though. Let me just double check. Let me see if I can dig up a Royce, because I'm almost certain they have it. It had some really cool art types, too. It's a shame that mod ended up being a little bit strange for me. You got it? Nothing. Yeah, okay. He might have obviously lost the bloodline just through natural causes, but nope. Looks as if none of them have it. That's a shame. Oh, long last, we've actually got the plot to fire. This plot took so long that the previous ruler died and his son had to be disgraced instead. 40% chance, though. Yikes. I mean, it's the in-game goal. What else can I do? Can we bribe anyone else? No one else wants to be bribed. Do it. Come on. Come on. Don't bother me about tournaments again. We've done it. I have bigger fish to fry than tournaments. I spent a lot of time pissing around with tournaments. Oh, man, we actually got fucking lucky there. That's an object. Can't do it. Why? Because it is a justification or I'm going, what, the reach? Right. Oh, they're trying to reunify. That's a shame. Here's what we'll do then. Get the troops together, ready. Bring them all together. They all go into King's Landing, I assume. Right, what's our supply? 126,000. This is going to get very hungry. This is going to be a very, very hungry realm. Okay, bring them all in. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. And a maybe in CK2 is basically a no. So I'm starting to move all the troops up there, even though it's going to probably annihilate us in terms of... I don't give a shit about Sept and Simon. Even though it's going to kill us in terms of... in terms of attrition, what I plan on doing is basically having our troops in the province adjacent to the Eyrie. Basically force him into rebellion. If he accepts, great, fantastic. We've just ripped it up without fighting war. If he doesn't, he'll raise his troops, and then our troops will be immediately there ready to clap them. So that would be fantastic. Let's do it. 25,000 men now. Let's move those over to that one. I'll take Sir Wallace. Lady Elia, what's she after? Wensington, Stormlands. Order to stand down. You're fucking goddamn right you will. I think he'll go into a rebellion. Okay. Sure, I'll take the trident. Let me guess, it's a no. Let me guess, it's a no. Go on. Do it. Make my day. Well, no, you're going in too fast. Oh, what a shocker. He said no. Oh, that looks nice. Thank you. We'll take just about everything you've ever owned. Obviously, I wanted to divide these troops up a little bit. That was quite preemptive of me, I will admit. Right, let's get you guys all moving back out there. Fantastic. I hate the fact that his capital's in the area. So what I'll do is I'll take 33,000. We'll march those over to the actual core lands. So we've got some other troops coming through. So that actually works out pretty well. Just go ahead and set a big old snaky patrol route through their lands. Pay the interest on behalf of my bannerman. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and split the army of Sir Viserys up here as well. Send some of you guys up. Right, okay. I want to get just a good overall coverage on their lands so that we can kind of see what's going on. Oh, there's an army I'm after. Okay, let this battle finish, and then I'll redo this move route. Let's see if we can cut them off somewhere down here. Yeah, that looks better. Right, Melville on that one, Robin, and Danos. Where are they going? Acorn Hall. That's fine. I think we've probably got them there, then. Yeah, they're movement locked. Nice work. Okay, Maester Embolden's troops. That's pretty good. Okay, so Harrenhal we're not going to be able to siege, because Harrenhal is a nightmare. So you guys go to Riverham. What's their defenders like? 16,000. Okay, you're not going to be able to... Just go wherever. Just go wherever you can siege. We've got a lot of troops going to waste here, because it turns out all this land I decided to surround them in is not their land. Oh, there we are. 19,000 versus 10,000, and collapse. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can grab him prisoner. Why not? Marissa is Pergonat. Great news. Okay, grab him there. Nice, nice. Stay there, then. We're at 68%. The only reason we lost a little bit of war score then is because they still control all of their holdings, which is obviously going to take some time. You stay there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who should be staying there? You stay there. You move here, and let's get you guys down to just start sieging wherever. We just need some land at this stage, to be honest with you. I haven't got anyone sieging the Eyrie, but is there much point? Oh, it hasn't got that many defenders. Granted, the attrition we're going to take there is going to be gigantic, but is that not true absolutely everywhere we're sieging right now? He wants peace. He did want peace. Give it a minute. There we are. White peace. Why would I ever accept that? Oh, that was it. 100% just from that. Are you kidding me? Occupation of Wycombe. Oh, because he held all of his... He had all of his holdings. And then obviously now that we've taken it, he's done for. Boom. There we are. Right. And now that he's a rebellion of the realm, take 5. What do you think? Take 5 tyranny. Take it all. I think that's more than worth it. I want to see him fly. We can talk about the moon door because we have... release him, he can repay me later and then execute him. No, let him rot. We can throw him out the moon door because we have the Eyrie. I might actually do that. Wouldn't that be a fitting end to the king that stole the Eyrie? I want to see him fly. In the high hall of the Eyrie is a narrow weirwood door flanked by 2 slender pillars named the moon door, behind which lies nothing but 600 feet of air. The condemned Ronald Antley is brought before the door and thrown from it to his death. He might survive. You never know. He might survive. All right, let's pull you down here. Let's go ahead and hopefully we should be able to. There we are. I was going to say hopefully we should be able to disband our troops anyway. Right, reappoint the old council. So then, what have I been given here? Let's take a look. What a mess. I'm going to give the Vale back their capital. We're going to take it from them again anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Giant's Lance is yours. Don't say I never give you anything. There you go. That's, you're more than welcome. What else we got here? Blackwood is under Stonyhead. Oh, what a mess. I was going to say we'll give them back their land, but I think that's going to be easier said than done. The Fingers is independent. Why? Because they're in war, right? Got it. We have... What have we got? We've got Gallows. Oh, shit. Hang on a minute. We haven't got any land in the... We need to take River Run if we want it. Ugh. Fine. I'll incite a revolt on River Run so that we can take back the traditional capital of the Trident and give it to our dynasty members. I think that's probably the best way to do it. I don't mind holding River Run for a little while. It's not going to affect the round too much. Oh, we had a son. Shit, hang on. I completely clicked over it. Giles. He's strong. Strong Giles. That's really great. 5 martial off the bat as well, because he's got the bloodline. Fantastic. Okay, well, let's get to educating him as soon as possible. I think we've already got 2 wards, actually. We do. I don't know who you are, Manfred, but I'm going to get rid of you. Goodbye. Okay, give me back my good son. Grant a kingdom. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't realize there was a Grant a kingdom, but I guess because we have no land, right? So let's go ahead and assign you a guardian. And that guardian will be us. We could always give it to our son. We could give the land to our next character, which would be a weird way to get around potentially destabilizing the realm too much. You know, we're making a lot of very powerful Martin vassals. That can have consequences because everyone will have a club and everyone else is shit. So we've got to be a little bit careful here. Forging of the Bloodline. Yeah. Oh, actually forge our Bloodline. The first Bloodline we're ever going to have. Well, apparently the Westerns, Martin. I need to double check that we have still got Martins on every throne. I just want to send them some gifts to make sure they're all happy with things. Why are you mad? Chris Count Authority wants high... Oh, Gold Road. Have they taken something from you? Apparently so. You can have the Gold Road. That's fine by me. I don't want it. Transfer vassalage. Gold Road. Oh, something we got from the Trident. Oh, well, there we go. Everybody wins. You're welcome, by the way. You should have a much higher opinion of me than that. What about the Reach? I'm going to make sure that everybody is friends with everybody here. That's not looking very good, is it? Let's arrange a betrothal between her and Manfrey, matrilineally. What are you thinking? He's not exactly the best breeding stock, though. Anus Martin, you'll do. Incredible name as well. They go Anus Martin. And then Lawful of Dawn has had no kids yet, letting the dynasty down. And then she is already betrothed. Just making sure that we're nicely cemented in there. Oh, my God. What the hell did he just do wrong? We've got a load of people joining the plot, and we've got a load more people to bribe as well. 5. I've never seen a... I don't think I've ever seen a plot to revolt this high. He's clearly just done something completely fucking mad. Cannibal? Cannibal would be probably enough to do it. Like raw cannibalism. That gives a -20 for the trait, and then another -50 for actually doing it. Sorry, crazy cannibal. Raw cannibal is obviously Brimwood. Right, send these gifts out. Let's get this... this is the only problem... the only reason I was so apprehensive to launch this plot is by having this plot going against... the Riverlands. We can't actively plot against the Eyrie. Or the Vale, I should say. But obviously, given that this is a... oh my God. Lord Paramount Eustace to stand down. I don't care about you. Get out of here. Right. Manfrey will make a fine warrior, I'm sure. Family first. There we are. Gain some opinion. That's good shit. How are we looking with that plot? 600%. 600%. 70... What the fuck are you talking? With 700% plot power, we've got a 70% chance to succeed. That would have been so funny if we'd failed then. Good God, that would have been insane. He's got a lot of troops for a guy with that many... For a guy with that little land. Should we just dogpile him? This is an extremely dangerous idea. I love it. Let's do it. Melville on the center. We can't fail with Melville on the center. Oh God, we absolutely can fail if they're going to attack there rather than my army. Prepare to die, scum. What's he got? 0 personal combat versus 130. That's an interesting... It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Fortunately, it did not pay off for him. We did get him, though. 33%. There we are. There's the bulk of our forces. That's what we're after. Siege and River Run is obviously not going to be super fun, but... Oh, lost one there. My bad. It's not going to be super fun, but shouldn't be too bad with this many troops. Maybe we don't need to take River Run. Maybe we could just siege like Turnbridge. Let's go for that first. See if we can avoid sitting here in River Run for the next 400 years. Right, you go south. Let's test the waters, no pun intended. We're looking at 6. Perfect. That's what we're after. What about you? 4 level, that is. 10, so we can't assault you down. But this one we absolutely can. Be gone. 98%. Oh, shit. Look at that. So we are going to have to take River Run. Bollocks. If we kill off one of his... Prince Davos of the Iron... Prince Davos? Oh, our second son. He's actually much better than the first in hindsight. Give him a stewardship education. He's actually insanely good. Yeah, of course I'll invest into him. What if we go for like one of his allies? You're an ally, right? Let's see if we can take one of these guys out just for... Look. Oh, we're good. We're good, brother. Thank you. I was going to say I don't want to spend all this time for like 2% war score. Okay, River Run. Give me some land. Robbing the plain in the Bay of Crabs. Forfeit the Bay of Crabs. Demand his head as well as all root lands. I will let bend the knee. Her, I will let bend the knee. He will forfeit everything. Or we could just take River Run. If we say all Oakheart lands, it would give us a lot of stuff. Fine. Hung, drawn, and quartered. Take his treasury as well. That's cool. That might be the treasury of... We might actually have got the treasury of the original treasury of the Trident there. My God, we got a lot of crap. I'll deal with that between episodes. And let's also dish out... Look at this. Even though we've only dealt with one today, because I think that's probably going to be all about all we can manage, we have got the Riverlands. Very nice. And we got that incredible wife who also loves us very dearly, and a good son. This couldn't have gone any better. I'm looking for a male, because that is all we can land. Look at this guy. Garibold Martin. What an incredible guy. River Run is yours. I'm going to follow it by giving you the whole Trident. Boom. Ooh, that's looking good. Dynasty map mode? That's what I thought. Man, Tarth have grabbed a lot of stuff. We got Tarth Lydon. Why are they separate? The Gold Road. Rebellion? No, they're just separate. Oh, no, they are a rebellion. I see. That's understandable then. Just to really drive the point home, look at this. Alian Martin, Tristram. Alian Martin, Lady Paramount of the Reach. Tristram Martin, Lord Paramount of the Westlands. Garibold Martin, Lord Paramount of the Trident. Eustace Aaron is Lord Paramount of the Vale. We'll deal with that in a minute. Bellard Martin, Prince of Dawn. Raella Martin, Lady Paramount of the Stormlands. We've just got to take the Eyrie, which shouldn't be too difficult. Is this guy particularly liked? He's a lunatic, so I can't imagine so. Plot to fabricate treason is 116% on this guy, so this one's going to take a little bit longer. We'll get this ready to go for tomorrow. Oh, God, he wants Rosby. I don't have a choice. I'm going to deny him. I'll deny him for as much as possible. Eventually, though, we don't have a choice but, unfortunately, to give him Rosby, at which point we'll just have to give him Rosby, unfortunately. Let's grab another title. So I will try and get this plot ready to fire before we jump into things tomorrow. I'm going to give her Gallows Grey because she keeps having to deal with rebellions and shit. But I'll get that into a position where it is ready to go and fire. In the meantime, then, some incredibly good work. I'm actually enjoying the character of Melville the Black a lot. He's done a really great job for us. Just having this one genius character with this 34 martial is... I never thought we would get much better than... Obviously, we had Gunther Martin, who was okay, but then we had Paolini the Dragon Slayer, who I thought was going to be unbeatable given his Dragon Slaying tactics, but we have managed to top it with Melville the Black. Don't think we're going to go much further from here. This guy is our battle grandma. We've peaked with this guy, so that will probably be as good as it's going to get. So we need to start preparing contingency plans and that type of thing, but we've done a pretty decent job, I think. Thank you to the insane top tier level patrons making the series possible in the first place. Patreon are making some changes to their platform. I've made a video about it. I've put it up unlisted on the second channel. I don't know how much I'm actually allowed to talk about with regards to that, so I'm not making it public. However, if you are interested, get in touch and I will inform you, in brackets, send you the link. Thank you to Atmosis, Alchemia, Caden Carter, Fakuna Vasquez, Bobka, Scott, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Jackson Widman, Ben Hoffland, Asana Kurito, Aromatic Fool, William Green, Justin Rules, Huey Longdong, and everyone else at the Insane Tier Lovers on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place, because despite all its faults, we wouldn't be here without them. So thank you to the patrons for that. And thank you as well to Nikki Stick, Smirtworm, I Am Sagataire, Demon, Rob Girth, Demon X Jester, Callum McLeod, Shardul, Shittledar, Under the Couch, Prometheo, Flom, Dion, and Vooch for their support at Patreon as well. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you all for making the channel possible. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another one of potentially the final chapters of the Martin Dynasty.